I came to the Khalij when I was just 5 years old. And I've been here for such a long time that I think this is my home instead of my own country. And I came to Dubai 20 years ago. And this is where I started my life, because this is where I started working for the first time in my life. My passion is financial independence for women. This is empowering women. And so my job is actually financial planning. Because when you plan financially, then you can become independent. And when you're independent, you become powerful and you have many choices in life. So I'm an empowerment officer and I work with women and I work with children with special needs. Financial planning for women is something which is still just starting out. A lot of women don't have any idea how they should be doing financial planning. So this is an uphill task. You have to first educate women, you must explain to them why it is important, not only for themselves but also for their families, that they should be financially independent, they should be financially knowledgeable so that they can help their families and support them. And also when I'm talking about children with special needs, in this part of the world, we're still trying to accept that these are children who can actually be useful members of society. And that is what I do. In the UAE and in other parts of the world, women like to spend money. And if you see a lot of advertising, it's always targeted towards women spending money. And you know, spending money is nice. But if you can plan so you can spend today and also plan so you can spend 10 years from now, wouldn't that be better? Now, if you look at the UAE, there are a lot of places where we can spend money. There are beautiful stores, there are lovely spas, there's so many incentives to spend money. And yes, when we spend money, we feel happy, right? How about this? Spend money, be happy, but also have enough money so you can spend later on as well. Let's take the UAE for example. This is a country when I came 20 years ago, it was a small city. There were no big roads, there were no flyovers, there were no 6-lane traffic ways all the way going to Abu Dhabi. And today, look at us where we are. We are on the map. Everybody wants to come here. But how did this happen? It happened because there was a plan. It happened because everything was done in stages. And for that, you require proper planning and of course, lots of money. So why don't we translate that into our own lives? For example, if we are living in the UAE and we are experiencing all this fabulous growth, why don't we experience fabulous growth in ourselves? All it requires is proper planning, budgeting, and making sure that we can realize our dreams. When we look at our local Emirati lady, what she was 20 years ago, and when we look at the new generation today, there are so many graduates, there are so many doctors, there are so many people in professional lines, in the government, in the private industry. And this just shows that the women of the UAE have looked upon this opportunity, taken it which is given to them, and have taken it so much forward. Yes, there is a lot more that we can do, but when we have a mindset where people are really looking forward to how they can grow, how they can develop, how they can initiate, how they can create something, then we have a fabulous atmosphere in which empowerment of women becomes absolutely superb. I have a lot of energy, and you know where that energy comes from? First, it's positive thinking. Most important, I love myself. Because unless you love yourself, you're never going to look after yourself. You're never going to be happy. So when you love yourself, you'll automatically be happy. Your energy goes up. And you know what? I love to go and challenge myself. So I go on holidays, not like to big cities. I like to go to places for adventure. So I went to the Arctic Circle where it was like minus 35 degrees. It was amazing. And then I went to Peru, which is another beautiful country where you have to do a lot of hiking, so you have to be in very good health. When you go on these particular kinds of trips, you're actually looking after your health, you're being more energized, you're being more adventurous. And when you put that into your life, then your life becomes an adventure. And when you have challenges, you know what? You don't have to get depressed, you can just do it. We're in the month of Ramadan. And this means we have to be thirsty, we have to be hungry, or it can also mean that we are in self-discipline. And so what if we are thirsty? So what if we are hungry? We know that there is a very good reason for that. The reason is we are cleansing our body, we are cleansing our mind, we are focusing on what is more important. Food and water, yes, we have that all the time. But this is a good time to look at the way we can discipline our lives, how we can move forward. And if we take these lessons into our life, it is much better, because when we look at discipline, we look at hardship, we look at depriving ourselves of something because we want to achieve something more. This is a beautiful time to bring that into our lives and to bring it into the way that we should be living, not only in Ramadan, but throughout our days. Not only to all the women, because I'm a woman, but to everybody in general. Number one, love yourself. Don't be judgmental. Don't think about why that person is not doing something nice, or why did he say this, or why did she do that. Think about yourself and try not to be judgmental about other people. Because when you are in that space, then you can be more accepting. You can actually learn from other people, even if you don't like them. And when you do that, you are in a place of growth. You're in a place of expansion. And more important, when you're in a place of love, love for your family, love for your children, love for yourself, most important, love is an expanded emotion. Love is when everything becomes much better. And when you approach your life with that, whether it's your job, whether it's your business, whether negotiating, whether with friends, your entire aura will be different. And when your aura is different, you know what? You become much more powerful. And when you're more powerful, you'll actually get what you want. Dubai is a place where there's one word that you hear very often, and it's no. N-O. You know what that stands for? In my book, new opportunities. Yes, this is a place of new opportunities. And I have discovered that because I'm doing 3 things which are really close to my heart and where a lot of new opportunities are coming my way. Number 1 is my school Manzil for children with special needs. We started out very small, but 11 years later, we are making a mark. And the children who have graduated from our school are actually working in Dubai in full-time jobs. Now, isn't that fabulous? Isn't that a new opportunity? The other one is my financial independence for women. Yes, as I said before, it's a long uphill task, but the rewards are wonderful. More and more people are getting involved. And this is what makes it better, because then it becomes part of a community service. And most important is I have a new project, and this is called We Say No. Yes, you got it, new opportunities, but we is women entrepreneurs. Dubai is full of women entrepreneurs, but they don't always have a platform where they can actually take their business from, example, a home business to a formal business. And that's where we come in, because we are creating a holistic platform where women can grow their businesses and become more successful. And I think that is what Dubai is all about, and that's why I love being here.